All right, welcome back to another Duskmourn draft, everybody. Our opening pack, as every opening pack, has a ley line. Ley line of hope. Okay, so dud rare. Don't need to look at that for too long. Let's look at the uncommons. Usually, where the power lies in this set. And we've got some pretty good ones. We've got Split Skin Doll. One I'm going to highlight here for sure. We've got Commune with Evil. I like this card quite a bit in basically every black deck. Worse than like a red-black deck where you're trying to be maybe a little more aggressive. But a quality card, I think, in any other place. Betrayer's Bargain. Also a really good card. Might give the nod to the bargain here, just being red over white. I think all the colors are quite playable in this set, but I do like red a little more than I like whites. It's really close. I think you could take either of these cards, and I'd be, pretty happy either way. And, okay, well, our follow-up kind of rewards us for taking that. We got a Wicker Folk, which is, I think just the best card in this pack. I could be flexible, a little more flexible, but less powerful. Take the Stick Twister. Also, some arguments to be made for, like, the good commons in this pack. Glimmerlight, Centipede, Unable to Scream. But I've been having a lot of success in this format. Just taking the best card. Even if it's a gold card, especially if it's, like, one of the premium gold cards like Wicker Folk. Like, there are some of the gold and commons that I'm like, you know what, I'll take a good flexible monocolor card, but Wicker Folk being as good as it is, I'm happy to take it here. All right, next pack has a Break Down the Door, has a Murder, has a Fewer Surveillance. Those are the three cards I'm kind of interested in. Cynical Owner, I see this as a, it's a 2-drop if you need it. Mostly, if you're reanimating stuff, is where you really want it. There's a few other things that you like putting in the graveyard, helps Delirium a bit, but generally not a card that I think is great. Same with Savior of the Small. I don't think this card is particularly good, to be honest. It's just, clunky, 4 mana, has to untap to do its thing. So happy to just take Break Down the Door after Wicker Folk, not just as a good green card, but as a Manifest Dread card. You really want Manifest Dread cards with Delirium. It's one of the best ways to enable Delirium in the set. So yeah, I like that. And then we'll just take a Scorching Dragonfire. So not exactly gonna lock in just yet to anything, but it's a good start. It's a really good start to red-green. Also, just a good start to red, where if we have to abandon the green cards, we've got 2 solid monocolored cards. Percussionist, a card I like quite a bit too. I think it's roughly about the same power level as Dragonfire, but Dragonfire is a card that I tend to take a little bit earlier. Percussionists come around a little bit later. If I was at a table of 8 Miis, maybe I would take Percussionist over Dragonfire in this spot, but I don't need to take a card that I generally get 7th pick or 5th pick, I'm happy to take it here. Also a Glimmerlight in the pack, also a Manifest Dread. I think those are all pretty good options. Gonna take the monocolor card, of course, now that we can build out a red base, just remain flexible, allows us to pivot later. There's a Restricted Office. This card is another, playable card. Not anything special. I think these commons are all better in general. Percussionist, also an artifact for our Delirium. So, yeah. Like where this is going. I've also been drafting a ton of red-black, so if we pivot to red-black, it's a good place to be. Red-white, always a good deck. Red-green, like we're in now, I'm happy to be there. All right, so now we see a Smoky Lounge, Misty Salon, a card I have played my fair share of, but not going to take it here. Probably just going to take the Manifest Dread. The Algavoth Slayer, something kind of interesting here, because it's a land that, is an enchantment land, 2 card types for our Delirium. It doesn't put itself in the graveyard, but, you can mill it, you can Manifest Dread it. I think I actually take it here. It's the more flexible card. I think it enables Delirium slightly worse than Manifest Dread does. But in the name of flexibility, and still powerful, this card's still good. I'm going to take the Lair, and then follow that up with a Vicious Clown. Just build out that red base. Green not looking super open. So I could foresee a pivot. Oh, interesting. Central Elevator, Promising Stairs. So we saw the Smoky Lounge Misty Salon, pick 4 was it? Pick 5 maybe? Yeah, pick 5 I think. Inferno and Longneck would be playable cards here, but nothing special. And we've got 2 good removal spells for potential red-blue decks. I think I'm going to take the Central Elevator here. I've already had multiple trophy decks with this card. I do think it needs a pretty specific build. Obviously, you need enough rooms, at least 4, and to have good interaction, but we're speculating on here for sure. And we get Turn Inside Out for our more aggressive build that we might be building. Oh, Glimmerlight Wheeling. That's something I like to see. Okay, cool. And then, let's see, what do we take here? Nothing too exciting. I will play Soul Rager in some of my red-blue decks, though, so that's something I could see playing. But yeah, a lot of directions this draft could go. Again, we could wheel that red-blue room card. That'd be nice. Gonna take Found Footage here as a good Delirium enabler. But pretty open to whatever happens. Twist reality. Okay, it looks like we didn't get the room card back. But it does look like blue is somewhat open. Green, not very open. Black, not very open. Red is, kind of funny. Red, I actually don't even mind if it's open or not very often because it's got such a depth of good commons and a lot of commons that people don't value very highly. So I just tend to get them, like Percussionist, like Turn Inside Out. So I've had red be my base color a lot, just by virtue of people not drafting the cards I like to draft. All right, open up a pack here and a few solid rares. Both these rares actually, I think, a little bit overrated, to be honest. More Jolly Balloon Man being a little overrated than Role Model. Role Model is, an above average, pretty good card. But I've seen some people kind of talk about this card like a bomb. I don't think it is, especially when it's played in like a red-white aggro deck. It's just not exactly the effect you want. You really just want to be hitting really hard, not ETB valuing. I think it's a good splash in some decks, like in a blue-white deck potentially. But I just wanted to call that out as a little bit overrated. So there's Fear of Isolation, and that is, I think, the best card in the pack. But there's also just a Betrayer's Bargain, and it's kind of just hard to go wrong with that. So just build up that monocolor base of red again. And, ooh, okay. So interesting decisions here. So I do think that blue was more open than green last pack. But there's a Patchwork Beastie here, and Beastie is really excellent for the Delirium decks. And I could just see myself wanting to play mostly red cards with, a few select good green cards we pick up. Yeah, the other option is take Terramorphic Expanse, Remain Flexible, or Glimmer Burst as the other pretty good card in this pack. Take a Booth, the card I like too in Delirium decks, but I think this is enough better to speculate. So yeah, let's do that. The other thing that's pushing me towards red-green rather than blue, blue-red, is a lot of our red cards are much, much better in aggro decks, right? You don't want to play Clown or Turn Inside Out or Percussionist generally in your slower decks. And also just, we don't have any more room. So I'm going to shelf the Stairs for now. Could see coming back to it, but I like the shelf, what we have right now. Like, good curve of creatures, 3 good removal spells, some premium stuff in there. Some good enablers. Another one! So the second one doesn't really help the game plan. I mean, it means you can find this card a little more often. But definitely just going to take the second Beastie here. I think that's the much better pick. Again, I think, and the green was not open very much in pack 1. That's something I kind of noted. But this is something you can do, and this, just following the line here, following the place. It is something you can do when you have some good early green cards or whatever color cards, but you realize that color is not open in pack 1. You get deep into a different color, one that is open, like red, and then you just kind of snap up the green cards or whatever color it is that you're in, going the other direction in pack 2. Like, after you draft pack 1, the packs go the other way. So if green's not open in pack 1, green's going to be open in pack 2, which it kind of looks like it has been. And yeah, let's just play our 2 good green cards we took early. Oh, okay, this is really interesting. We've got Waltz of Rage. I think this is a not specifically red-green gold card, but pretty close to. You want some big things to be able to deal, 4 or 5, at least 3 damage consistently. There's also just a Betrayer's Bargain number 2, though. Sorry, number 3. That'd be our third one. Yeah, really, really close pick. I'm gonna go with the removal spell. Mostly because we do have, mostly small things here. I think if we were a little bit of a bigger red-green deck, I would take the Wrath. But yeah, I think we're just not exactly there. Okay, this pack, not a ton great for us. Gonna speculate on Final Vengeance, because, there's a chance we pivot back to this. Nothing else I'm interested in, so... Sorry, pivot into a red-black deck is what I was trying to get at there. Not likely, but... again, none of those cards I am particularly interested in. Okay, yeah, Hand That Feeds, perfectly fine Delirium card. Happy to take that here. Keep on keeping on. Like what I was just talking about a few minutes ago about kind of, back cutting a color that wasn't open in pack 1. This is, exactly the number of green cards I would be happy with if we did that. Like if we pick up no more good green cards throughout the draft, but we just pick up enough good red cards, which, is a pretty open color, I think, in this table. It's totally fine, right? If we just get to play our 4 premium green cards, that is a reward enough for me. Okay, and then another, fine 2-drop for a Delirium deck. Playmates, get that in there. There was also a red-blue land in that pack, and I have been sort of teamer-ish sometimes when I'm like Delirium and red-green isn't exactly super open. Like you get cut out of the color, I've splashed some blue cards. But I don't think it's something I want to do this draft, most likely. Our cards are all quite aggressive. And by the way, Frantic Strength, the card I like a decent amount in these decks. Just being an enchantment, you know, winning combats when you attack through Wicker Folk. They maybe have to double block because it's pretty big. Slayer good too. Alright, yeah, it's coming together. Don't usually like the second found footage, so... at least not in this kind of deck where I'm mostly looking to beat down. And wow, okay, so we have a Horde Caller and a Patchwork Beastie. Huh. Honestly, I think Beastie is probably a better card here. Like, we've got quite a few Delirium cards, including other Beasties. Horde Caller is great, and I think that's, you know, it's about on the same level as Patchwork Beastie, but I kind of just like keeping the curve low here where we can get a Fear of Burning Alive. That's awesome too. So yeah, this deck is really coming together. Honestly, not that much I need. I guess as long as I get to enough playables, which we're almost there. Like, we've got good removal. We've got premium threats. Maybe a few more in-turn inside outs just to push damage. But yeah, this is looking great. Oh man, the fourth one? Yeah, okay. Well, obviously we're going to take that. But this is turning into more how sweet and awesome can our deck get rather than how hard is this draft to navigate. Which is fine. It's cool. You know, it's good to have a draft like that once in a while. Get the dopamine flowing. This is kind of an interesting pick, though, between Scorching Dragonfire and Glassworks. I think I go with the Dragonfire still. Having a few more enchantments in the deck for, you know, just randomly milling with Beastie is something I'm interested in. But I think this deck is pretty good at getting Delirium. Like, we've got a handful of enchantments already. Have some instants, artifact creatures. So yeah, I think I'm not gonna make a concession there to that. Okay, and now we get a Say Its Name or a Monstrous Emergence. We're pretty good on removal. So I think just like being able to buy back a Wicker Folk or, you know, find our Fear of Burning Alive a little more often is something I'm interested in. If I was lower on removal, I would probably take the Emergence, but yeah, I'm not. We've got a good handful of things. Okay, now take Fear of Exposure. Fear of Exposure actually really going to be good in this deck with quad Beastie and a Percussionist. Just like the more 1-drops you have, the more Fear Exposure becomes a pretty good card because you can sometimes just go, you know, a 1-2 into Fear. Oh man, more good stuff here. So we're pretty good on threats. I don't think I need to take Root-White Survivor here. So yeah, let's just take another Scorching Dragonfire. There's a Manifest Dread. There's also a land. But yeah, we'll just more removal. All right, here, I'm not gonna care too much about anything. I don't think this is a Moldering Gym deck, and Cathartic Parting could make the cut. I'm self-milling a lot, but I'm also not worried about decking out because you can just stop milling with Beastie, and that's kind of the only thing that is milling us. Take an Inferno here, and take a Beastie. Yeah, just kind of getting all the goodies. So probably not going to play this Frantic Strength or this Clown, given I think we just have better playables now, and we even have to make some cuts at this point. This is the kind of deck where Most Valuable Slayer definitely at its best, just being a thing that makes your large creatures getting, you know, we're going tall in this deck, not going wide. I found in, like, Red-White, for example, Slayer is a little bit worse, just because you have, like, 1/1s and 2/2s. Here, where we've got just, like, bigger creatures that we're playing to jam in, I think that's where Slayer is at its best. Okay, so, I do think I'm good enough at Delirium that I don't need to play Found Footage here. And, you know, with these 4 Beasties being the main thing. So where is our cut? Could just be, like, Bashful Beastie. That's just one of our lower power level card. Could be Ragged Playmates. I could see that. We don't actually have a ton of 2-power creatures. Yeah, let's just cut the Ragged Playmate. So that leaves us with 14 creatures, right? If you count Ticket Booth and Glimmerlight. If our non-creature spells, like our, 11 or really like 9 non-creature spells were mostly combat tricks, I would feel the need to bump it up to, you know, 17, 16 creatures. But since all of our non-creature spells are just removal spells and we don't need creatures to have those function, I'm totally cool with just, yeah, having 14, 15 creatures in this deck. All right, yeah. Could use a threat or a secondary threat, but can't complain about this hand. Actually, I can. No Beastie. No turn 1 Beastie. Where you at, Beastie? All right, billions of removal spells. Hopefully the opponent's not playing some sort of control game. Just play a Gremlin Tamer. No? Okay. No Gremlin Tamer. That's okay. I'll take another Wicker Folk, though. Yes, please. Getcha. Toby. Oh, boy. Yeah, Toby's pretty good. Luckily, we do have a pretty good answer. Just going, yep, sack thing, kill this, Wicker Folk in the grave. Patrick Beastie also a great draw too. And yeah, here you go, opponent. Triples makes it safe, as they say. Grand entryway. All right, that's fine too. Mill enchantment creature. Nice. Ooh, and I say its name. All right, let's get in. Just a jump. All right, great. So let's just go say its name, buy back the Wicker Folk, most likely. Oh, Delirium 6. You don't see that very often on turn turn 4. Yeah, Turbo Delirium. I would describe this deck as a Turbo Delirium deck. All right, Fear of Immobility. Sure, lock that down. And yeah, no real need to mill a card. So let's go Wicker Folk, and it's actually an interesting decision here. Do we Wicker Folk and trade? And I think the answer is actually a pretty easy yes, because we don't want them to unlock Rotunda and give them a 5 power creature. Or sorry, 5 toughness creature. Tamer, okay. Well, that thing's dying. And trapped. All right, yeah. It's pretty good, it's pretty good. Let's see what they block with. I doubt they block with the Tamer, but you never know. They might just feel like they have to get this thing off the battlefield. All right, yep, they don't. So let's just kill Tamer. Hand that feeds, pretty nice draw. Obviously would like a second red source, but it's okay. I'll live. I think basically every draw in our deck except Forest is good. Yeah, Mountain's good. So we get in. Just a block. Just a block. What's that about? Post-reality? Sure. Yep. All right, Beastie. I can clear the way for you, but you gotta get us there. Don't die on me. Okay. They do nothing. I draw a Vagavoss Lair. Yeah, got in. Okay, cool. Call blue just to spook him. Actually, it's probably right to call red if I draw another red card here. I'm gonna obviously want to be able to have this up, this up. All right, that's fine. Probably just gonna kill this thing. Ooh, double Beastie. Nice. Cool. All right. Restricted office. Man, that's brutal. Okay. Well, the game continues, and we've got a pretty good top deck. Like, I guess a little bit threat light at this point. 2 more Beasties, a Fear of Exposure, Slayer, and all those things hexproof. All right. Well, that was a good draw. Yep, tap that. Player Mountain. The Scorching Dragonfire no longer does anything because they've got Lecture Hall. Made all their things hexproof. Yeah, that's a pretty good one too. I could draw my Break Down the Door. I would get rid of this thing. Sheltered by Ghosts. Yikes. Oh, this has gone south real quick. All right. Yeah, I need to know. Like, now I think the best draw in my deck is Break Down the Door. Just to get rid of this and get our 5/4 back. That was a good draw, though. Another Twins. Okay, well, luckily they can't turn the corner against us. Like, there's 3/3s holding them back. We have quite a few lands in the deck still. We have 17 cards left. Half of them are lands about. Oh, my God. Yeah, okay, so... Geez, now what's the... Yeah, I guess it's still just Break Down the Door. Yeah, just break down the door and pray. That's not a bad draw. Yeah, so we just manifest here. Sure. One step closer to break down the door. Okay, well, I am forced to block here with something. So, yeah, let's just go here. Good. 1. Yeah, not gonna do it. All right. Yeah, that was quite the comeback from the opponent. Good game, opponent. And yep, this looks good. Very, very good. Maybe we get the sicko curve of drawing a 2 or a 1 here. And nope, not quite. It's okay though. And that feeds. All right. Yeah. We will mill Wickerfolk. That's a nice one. And yeah, play the tap land here. Yeah, play the tap land here. And color green. Surveillance, sure. Take action, land of the grave, okay, delirium on, and yeah, Beastie too. Wow. Quite the turn. Quite the turn. Alright, just putting a casual 8 power and toughness on board on turn 4. More than likely he's gonna prompt a removal spell from them, but at least force them to act. Doesn't. Okay, they just play a friendly ghost. That's fine. Yeah, so they get in. And yeah, no, we're just gonna like attack them, and I think we just easily win this race. So let's just get in. Oh my. Oh my. Yes, please. So pay 2, kill this thing. And yep. Good turn. Horde Caller. Okay, that was a good follow-up though. Yeah. So they end it for 2. Luckily, I still am able to attack into them. So it's good, but not backbreaking by any means. And Scorching Dragonfire, also pretty good draw. So let's get in. And I'll just turn inside out this thing. And decent chance I just break down the door into turn. Flash into Manifest. Clown, yep. Betrayer's Bargain. Okay, yep, that's fine. And yeah, should be lethal. Break down, Manifest, and Killer Thing. Sure. Oops. Not that it matters, but you just manifest the wrong thing here. All right, and you're dead. And the opponent should be 2. Cool, okay. Yeah, this is pretty good too. No turn 1 Beastie, but turn 2, not much worse. Underwater tunnel, yep. Ooh, another Beastie. Hello. Hello. Okay, nothing yet. Mill a card. Mill a Beastie. Beastie. That's all this deck's about. How many cards are actually Beasties in this deck? Quite a few. 4 of these, 1 of these. Growing Dread. All right, a trade. That's fine. That means that our patchwork is more likely to attack next turn. Oh, nothing. Okay, so that means I probably want to flip this up, get a counter, which is good considering I've got Scorching Dragonfire and Turn Inside Out in my hand. Black Source. Okay. Ooh, all right, that's a nasty one. Yeah. So have a removal spell for Primo. Don't have a removal spell for Zimone, of course. And they attack. Okay. Yeah, mill the creature. Drew a forest. That was pretty good. So let's go. I think Beastie, get in. Yeah, we're going to go Beastie, get in with the Wickerfolk. I guess I didn't have to play Beastie this turn, but they go for the trade here. I turn Inside Out. That's going to get me Delirium. And then next turn, we can Scorching Dragonfire this Simone. Yep. Cool. I flip a Bookworm. Ooh, wow. That's really bad for me, actually. They're not going to get their own trigger from the Bookworm. Like, when you flip, it doesn't see itself. I don't think, but looks like they also have a removal spell here. Yeah, okay. So now we're going to need to plan for the long game a bit more. Can't just hope to aggro them out. Yeah, removal spell indeed. Well, they just kill me 2/2. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, and then they have this going. No. Drew a... Ooh, Fear of Exposure. Okay, so... Unfortunately, I don't think I can afford to play this turn. I think I need to Scorching Dragonfire this Simone. So yeah, we'll just do that and pass the turn. Here we go. Under the Skin, get back Simone. Okay, well, Simone's not as bad on these later turns of the game. They get back Chandelier. Interesting. Okay, so I think this is going to be a tough one. They just got infinite cards in hand. I don't have any ways to push damage just yet anyways. Okay, so let's play the Fear. Threats running around the corner. Yep. So I think what's probably going to happen in this game is we're going to try to grind them out with this Tunnel of Hate. I also suspect a Swarm Weaver might be coming down at some point with this Black Splash. We'll see. They flip a Analyst. Okay, so they get to draw a card here. Yep, no milling. And, oh, that was a good draw. Okay, so play that. Get in with these two. I could get in with the Beasties, and they put... Beastie goes on Bookworm. Then Wickerfoot gets double blocked. Yeah, it's not very good. Okay, just make this attack, and at least one of these gets test trade-off. I imagine they put Analyst and Face Down on Fear of Exposure. We have to kill the Analyst. Yep, that's what happens. Okay, they get bashed for 4. Ranger number 2. Okay, so probably means they're about to flip this one, whatever it is. There are 11 cards in the library, so there is a chance that if I can kill this Chandelier, we can kill them that way. Because, you know, obviously they're currently not going to deck. Double Bookworm, okay. I've got quite a bit of removal. I've got the Sphere of Burning Alive in my hand. I've got multiple Deal 5s I could draw. Break down the door. So that might be the way we close this game out. We'll see. Clobbering, sure. Okay, do the red source, which is nice. Now we go take a booth. One more land. Lets us both unlock this and play Fear. Or either or, I should say. That's turn. Okay, another threat throw at every corner. Yeah, they're getting dangerously close to decking. I would imagine, actually, they probably have also a Cathartic Parting if they're getting this, you know, flying this close to the sun without casting the Chandelier just yet. That's the shuffle back 4 things. Getting in with the Bookworm, eh? Well, like I said, I think this game is not going to be won by attacking and blocking them, so I think we're just fine trading. Wow, and then they're going to activate the Aquarium, too? Okay, they don't. They do draw, though. They do draw. Okay. Okay, no 6th mana. Okay, so that would have been nice. Now they get to go Chandelier, put back a bunch of stuff, and then we get to untap and hopefully kill the Chandelier if we have the land. But they also might go like Chandelier. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They could go like Chandelier, activate Chandelier, hold up a counterspell. That's something I think is pretty reasonable for them to have at this point. I haven't really presented anything past turn 4 that really demanded an answer. Get out. Bounce 2 things. Bounce a Cursed Windbreaker and a Head Shredder. Interesting. Okay. A little bit odd. I wonder what the idea behind that is. And what's the black source for? Still don't know. Although they are tapping black. Could be Swarmweaver here. Ooh, Defiled Crypt. So they're looping here. They're doing the Chandelier Defiled Crypt thing. That's a cool splash. So they're going to get back... What are they going to get back? Bookworm? Maybe they're just going to play their Chandelier this turn? I don't think they will. I doubt they will. If they do, though, land is a great draw. Yeah, they do just play it. All right, give us a land. One time. We're 50% to hit. Come on, let's just kill this and get the game over with. Oh, I milled the land. Oh, no. Scorch and Dragonfire. All right, well, left attack in that case. They might block. If only I didn't mill land. It's all random and everything, so it's not like it actually matters. But okay, they block there. And exiling the Chandelier is pretty big game too. Okay, yeah. So they could have Cathartic Parting, but if they don't, I think they're gonna have trouble winning in 2 combats here. If they show me the Cathartic Parting, I think I'll just pack it up to say good game, you got it. But we got a chance here. Oh, also, I was like cheering for that land. I realize now, Scorching Dragonfire are probably just the better draw because they can just buy back their thing, right? Their Chandelier. I was so ready to just slam this and kill their 4/4 that I didn't realize. I was like, what could they get back? Of course, the thing I want to kill. Okay, so they activate Lab, get back. Again, nothing great for them to get back. Like Defiant Survivor. It looks like they're just going to put up as much power and toughness as they can to try to kill me next turn, I would imagine. I think if we land the Fear of Burning Live here, we're in really good shape to win. If not, there's a chance they deal me 16. Especially looks like they have like maybe a counterspell up. Alright, decline, draw, bargain. Okay, I mean, that's good insurance too. Alright. They're reading all their cards, so I think they're looking for a way to not lose. I would guess. I think they would have cast Cathartic Parting a little bit earlier too. Okay. That probably just means they don't have it. They're just slamming Manifest Dreads for no reason, just to show me. Yeah, all right. We did it. Long game, but yeah, nailing that Chandelier was big. All right, next game here, and yep, nice little hand. And yes, I will mill land. That's nice. Play our Glimmerlight here. Red, black. Hand that feeds. All right. Mill again. Hit a land. And Velvegoss later. Would have preferred to mill this one. Get that enchantment in the graveyard. But yeah, we'll just... Is there a chance I want to sack my 1/1 here? If there is, I should play the Forest here so I can equip here, attack, and then sack 1/1 if I need to. But I think it's unlikely, so let's just go call red. Play this, and I think probably attack, like with the burn spell in hand. I think I'm okay with racing here. Yep, I just trade. That's fine. Yep, equip here. An attic. Lose 2, draw 2. Okay. I am pretty happy that they did that. say its name in the bin, and all right. So nothing this turn. Ideally, what happens is we get to cast Bargain, kill a thing, cast the Beastie into the Burning Alive. It's pretty good spots. Yeah, Enduring Courage is one I'm probably gonna want to kill here. It's the when it dies becomes the all your things get +2/+0 and gain taste. I mean, when it on the battlefield too, but when it dies into that enchantment. So let's go pay 2, kill this thing. Oh, sorry, actually, Bargain exiles it. Even more perfect. Yeah, never mind. We're good. Very happy to do that there. All right, play Beastie. That's the turn. Milled a bunch of lands, which is both good and bad, right? Because we want to mill lands so we don't draw them, but would have preferred to draw or mill a creature there. Yeah, if we can just like mill a creature, Fear of Burning Alive, dome them, kill something, attack for 9, puts us in a really good spot. Looks like they're maybe gonna sack their attic to exile Beastie with Final Vengeance. Betrayer's Bargain. Similar. Okay. Yep. And take a boost. Okay. So yeah, we would appreciate milling a creature here. Hey, we did it. Sweet. Okay. So play a Fear Burning Alive, get it for 4, put them 10, and yeah, in a pretty good spot. Also, drawing another Beastie, not something I can complain about. Alright, they had double black now, so can unlock like a murder or something. Fear of the Dark. Alright, so that can, we can still trade with this thing by putting a Glimmerlight on it. Ooh, even better. Even better. So let's just go pay 2, kill ya. And put you to 2. Play our other Beastie, and pass turn. Alright, sweet, yep. Things lined up pretty well that game. No Beastie. That's so unfortunate. We have 4. Where are you? I thought you were my bestie. Alright. Well, still have a pretty good 2-3 punch of going hand into Glimmerlight, equip, attack for 3. Which is something that you do pretty often with Glimmerlight. Like, it is your 3-drop, helps your 2-drop attack a little bit better. Black-white, innocuous rot. Alright, so you do anything different because of that? Prob's not. Just play the Glimmerlight, get in. Imagine they block here, but that's fine. No, they don't. Okay. So they might want to be sacking this rat to exile my hand or something. Okay. So they want draw a card. I guess they could have done that anyways, even if they blocked. And possess goats. All right. Interesting. Interesting. Small part of me wants to kill this goat. Because it might enable them to, ditch something that they can then reanimate. I don't think it's what I should do, at least not on face value. Especially when they might double block this hand this feeds. Yeah, block there, that's fine. Okay, so I think I'm probably okay, actually, with them investing the mana, putting something in the grave. And, yeah, like, that's just okay. I think what I will do, though, is if they go for the discard, I'm going to kill this thing. Fanatic. Alright, that's an annoying one to see. So they get to discard, so doesn't matter anyways. Let's pitch just... What should we pitch here, huh? Kind of tricky. It could just be the most expensive card. And one that gets us closer to Delirium. I think that's probably the case. And I think what I'm going to do here is Manifest Dread. See if we can just get to Delirium. We can. Yep. Okay, cool. So... and Beastie was good too. Okay, so this actually works out really, really well. Because now we attack and hopefully they block. If they don't, even better, we still just flip. Sweet. Yep. Put them to 7 and in a good spot. They need some removal. Blockers don't do it. No, thank you. Ticket booth. Would have preferred to draw a red source there, of course, but still in a pretty good spot. So we'll just bash. They might go pitch a card to possess goat. Live or die on our hand that feeds. Okay, so what does that mean for us? I think still nothing, right? Like, they still have to double block to make a good trade, so we just let this happen. Scorching Dragonfire or something. Yep, great. Okay, and that just that was too much for them. So, cool. Yeah, it looks like they were reanimator deck that didn't quite see their targets, which is always a problem with black-white, right? Like, just having that combo of thing to pitch plus thing that pitches it plus the reanimation spell just leads to black-white being, I think, a bit too finicky. Yes, this is what we like to see. There's my besties. And, ooh, okay. It doesn't change too much, I guess. If I draw my third one, it changes something. I was like, ooh, at the forest, thinking it actually enabled something awesome. It doesn't, but if I draw another one, it does. All right, they play a Bookworm. Would prefer if one of these was a Dragonfire, of course, but... oh no, I'm a Dragonfire. All right, didn't draw that. Instead, drew another forest. So, yeah, let's just go Beastie, play a land. And depending on what they do, I might just break down the door next turn. Also, depending on what we mill here. Break down the door, manifest to get Delirium. And they go Windbreaker. Okay. Cool. So they get to draw a card. Hopefully we mill something with 2 card types. Mill a land. And mill a land. Okay, cool. So we milled the enchantment land, which means that if I manifest Dread into a mill a sorcery, mill a creature, that'll work out. So let's just do that. Drew the other Beastie as well. So, yeah, sorcery works too. So land on the battlefield and get in there. Conductive Machete. Okay. So, what's that gonna leave me to do? I could just deal 5 to this thing. Oh, they attack. Yes, please. Yes. Okay, great. Yeah, so we get to within the 9 here. And again, no need to mill. Yeah, it's not a bad draw either. So let's go pay 2, kill that, put you to 9. Yeah, it would have been a tougher decision if they left this back, and one of these things would have gotten double blocked. I guess I still would have made the attack. Trading off the Bookworm seems pretty good. They flip. Oh, wow. The Mind Skidder. Yeah, they're just going for it. Luckily, we have the removal spell. But yeah, that's kind of sweet. Well, if we weren't at Delirium before, we certainly are now. Okay, so no mill. If you're Burning Alive, okay. So what do we do here? I guess it's just play this, kill the Mind Skinner, attack. Alternatively, I could take a turn. I could take one more hit off the Mind Skinner. Oh, that's not true, because they can just equip the machete. Okay, we do still have an alternative line, which is we could play the Beastie, sack my 2/2, kill this, and attack. The benefit of that line is we get another 3/3 attacker in play next turn, or for the next turn. Which is quite a bit better than Bookworm, although now we might just be going wide on them. Yeah, I think I just like the attack. They're going to block with Watchdog. We kill Mind Skinner. And I think we're in a pretty good spot. They're at 5. Fear of Burning Alive, makes them at a virtual 1. Kill this thing. Pay 2. Yes. No funny business. Don't want to wait till they untap. What do I have my deck still? I've got Turn Inside Out, Beastie, Double Wicker Folk. Those are good draws. Alright, they're putting some power and toughness on board. Mountains, yeah, 2 mountains left. Or 4 mountains left. They didn't mill all our mountains. That would be unfortunate, eh? Just milled all our mountains randomly. All right, decline, and we draw a hand that feeds. Okay, so not a bad one, and that does make me want to attack with the Beastie. For sure, just clear the board so the menace creature's more likely to get in. Kill one of the bookworms, too. Something I'm interested in. Hand that feeds. Beastie, your go. It might be hard to get that last point in, to be fair. Like, this is, again, I'm kind of putting them at 1, but they've got a lot of stuff in hand. I imagine they're going to be able to go up the ground pretty nicely here. The Wicker Folk's going to help. Turn Inside Out's going to help, but this game's not over. Okay, Manifest Red, sure. They're pretty low on cards, too, now. They've got 11. This might be another decking win if we can't get that last point or two. They choose not to search. Okay, and then they wait room here. Okay. Yep. And they do still draw a card. No mill. Draw a mountain. Okay, cool. So, just play Percussionist here. Nothing. I think what they might do is just, yeah, start sending with the face down here. Maybe even equip the machete. That'd be great. That'd be very good for me if that was the case. Yeah, because now they're tapped down. If I can draw the land, we probably just win. They probably do have another either blocker or removal spell because they're not dead with on board here, but it's pretty close. I would imagine they wouldn't as quickly as they did go for the equipment attack if they don't have some sort of something here. Could be a counter unless they pay 2. That'd be unfortunate, but all right. We draw a Glimmerlight. How good is that? Worse than a land, that's for sure. So do we still make the attack here? I guess so. So the Percussionist is going to die. Gives us another hit on the land. I could wait one more turn. I don't like that very much, though, because they could, deal the last 2 points somehow. They could play additional blocker. So if we just attack all, what happens? I think with the mana they have up, this thing is going to get eaten somehow. Or dealt with. So it leaves the Percussionist. That means Percussionist probably gets blocked. So we're not actually putting them to 1 here. We can't actually do that. And with the assumption that they have an interaction spell. Although, like, what interaction spell could they have in blue-green 2 mana? They could have, they have the blue-green flash manifest red card. Okay, let's make the attack. I don't think I'm supposed to leave back here. I think the hope is that Percussionist, yeah, it is Growing Dread. I think the hope here is Percussionist gets blocked. We deal them a point. Although it looks like now what's going to happen is Percussionist is the one thing that's going to get in. They're going to go to 4. And then we're not going to be able to do the last few points. Yeah, they go like chump. Oh, they go for the double block there. Yeah, that makes it. Oh, do we have a chance? No, they blocked the right way, right? They blocked the face down. All right, they just don't kill it. That's pretty risky because if this face down was anything, they do lose, but not the case, and we're the ones losing. All right, GG. Ooh, yeah, this is a nice one. Beastie and the Wicker Folk on the draw, unfortunately, but can't win them all. Get the Beastie down. Creepin' Peeper. All right, take a mill. Mill a Percussionist, that's nice. So, I think we just go Wicker Folk, no attack here. Hoping to equip the Glimmerlight or cast Scorching Dragonfire next turn. Doesn't seem a very good trade here for us. All right, they're like, Jeskai something? Trapped in a screen? All right, that's fine. Yeah, you got us. And they attack? I don't see any reason why not to for them, right? All right, so yeah, we do not draw another creature to play, so we just go Glimmerlight, equip the Glimmerlight. Pass turn. Fear of failed tests, big old 2/7. Okay. We milled an instant, which is pretty good for us. So let's play this. Call green, and I guess we move this over here. And yeah, can't really attack into this. I mean, we can, but if they don't block, they just get to draw 2 cards. So I think we're supposed to just chill here. And I'm moving this over because if they do remove this somehow, I want to be able to chump with this. I mean, I could still chump with this, but I think it's just fine to put this here. Okay, yeah. This is a place where I do think I want to chump. Yep, they mill us. Block. And I do want to kill this crab. I got a lot of 2/2s in my deck. It also puts like somewhat of a clock on me. I think it's relevant enough to kill. No mill. Draw another Beastie. Play a bashful Beastie. Pass the turn. Ghostly Dancers. All right. Yeah, Ghostly Dancers unlock my Drowned Diner. Ay, ay, ay. Gonna be a tough one here. All right, no mills. And yeah, just another land. Okay, so could equip. Pretty likely they just block. It's a pretty... Oops, it's pretty bad for them not to, so I think there's no use in doing so. And yeah, what's our out here? They're at 20 still. It's pretty grim. I guess we can draw our other Betrayer's Bargain, but might be too late at this point. They're just gonna, you know, even if they make one more Spirit this turn, I think we're gonna have a hard time winning. Key Bear is not too bad. Okay. Attack, sure. Yeah. Nothing. And Scorching Dragonfire. Was not a bad draw. So if we attack with the Beastie, both Beasties, I guess. Like the, well, there's 3 Beasties. If we attack with Patcher Beastie and Bashful Beastie, words, we can, they block here, and then we finish it off with Dragonfire, and then we have like a chance of racing them. So yeah, I think that's the block, or that's the attack. Could also attack with this thing too. Yeah, pretty low opportunity cost of attacking with this thing. Because, you know, if they block here or here, same thing. It's Dragonfire. If they block here, it's a trade. It's fine. Ooh, okay. Well, good and bad, right? We get to kill the Dancer, hopefully. But then they get to crash us back with the Fear of Failed Test. So I guess that's the opportunity cost, right? They get to draw 2 cards here. Okay, well, in any case, this thing's off the table, unless they have a get out to pick it back up again. Looks like they do. Maybe? Yeah, pick up both their things? Alright. That's probably going to be the game for us here. Yeah, they didn't... Yeah, they get to go Meatlocker. Okay, yeah. For a second, I was going to say they didn't cast this first, which I guess is kind of weird, right? Why didn't they cast this first? I guess I just forgot. All right, yep. Draw a bunch of cards, get another Spirit. I'll take a draw step here, but I think we are probably in scoop territory. Yeah, I think that's not even good enough. All right. You got us, opponent. GG. All right, taking a look at the final deck here. Yeah, it was a really good deck. I mean, ran into some tough matchups, some really good rares, and some opponents that I think played really tight too. But this is a pretty standard green-red deck. You know, the Beasties, I guess, 4 of them, not exactly the most standard part of it, but some removal, some ways to enable Delirium, 2 Wicker Folks, like some payoffs. I think a lot of this is pretty par for the course. Nothing too weird going on. I guess the draft was a little bit interesting, just some going back and forth, navigating between multiple color pairs. But yeah, hope you liked this. Hope it was fun. Hope it was enjoyable. As always, comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.